Hello, everyone. We are live at 2:11 a.m. I overslept, and I'm like, maybe we can like pass this today and just like missed it for a day. But we kind of like we can actually do it because it's not that hard now. Just like click the button and let the streaming goes live, and we're here. So that is for today. What happened today? And then I also like want to address why is my voice now different besides the microphone, because the microphone helps, but also like I have been doing thumb pulling, and it's just that the airways now is much better than before, so I don't have the restriction on my palate anymore. So that's why the voice come out clear, and that's the great thing. But also like I still need to keep doing it until it fixes itself. Like it fixes it stay there. So it's not like I need to keep doing it. So that's part of why the voice is different. But also like the mic is helping how I sound here. And I, you know, another update of my day is that I work I work for the day, and I'm like I focus on putting things out and have been writing some stuff to just be ready to be put out. And it's really fun actually. It's just that sometimes you need pause and just like rest for a bit. But then I fumble and I'm like, okay, we forget to actually keep doing it, and then we just focus on having fun again. And that's okay. And the fun is actually really fun. So that's a plus. Sometimes the fun is it's forced because I'm just trying to not doing any work. But today it's like both are fun, and I'm like, we can do that tomorrow. But here we are at 2 a.m. I have no idea why I did it today at this hour, but it's 2 a.m. and I want to like give you some of the catalysts that I always use whenever I want to change. Is that using the emotion as the guidelines and knowing that we are doing things too much. We are doing things with too much effort, and we understand that at some point, this actually can be a lot easier if only we do it this way. If only we are doing it this way. And in that way, I said it to myself like, isn't it hard enough? Isn't it difficult enough for you to keep doing it this way? And I used that catalyst to be like, okay, it is actually kind of difficult for us because we are going to guess up when we actually didn't do anything or the things that we want to have, just like what I want to have about the kind of lifestyle I want to experience. And because I haven't get there, I haven't have that lifestyle, it's a bit hard for me to enjoy anything else. And I'm just like falling deeper into this suffering for no reason. And we can actually start having some change along the way without us putting too much effort to it. So that's why the word isn't it difficult enough coming up, because I understand that it can be better. It can be easier. It can be so much easier if we do it this way and this way and this way. And it does. But the problem with people is that they don't know the anchor. They don't know like the cutting line about, okay, this is what this is. This is what this is. This is what this is. So the flow of energy is not sufficient enough for them to jump the rails and just do other way. Sometimes you need some catalyst. And my most easiest catalyst to use is actually my emotion. Is that I understand the sequence, I understand the consequence, and I just knew that that's not the thing that I want, and then I just I just not do that, and that's what helps. But most people, I haven't actually talked about this with anyone. It's just what happened to me in my mind, and I always use how I insufficiently putting out too much effort in that way as like I don't want to do it that way, and I change. I don't want to do it that way, and I change. That's not the outcome that I want to get, and I change. Which is like another thing to have is that the catalyst, instead of what you are experiencing, you are focusing on the future, which is like, this is the outcome that I want to have. Is this the reality that I want to experience? If it's a no, then change it. But I also, like, throughout my 20 years, I understand that most people are, forget the trend of my thought. This is why I hate actually streaming at 2 a.m. because I sometimes lost the train of my thought. And yeah, the catalyst, like having such a catalyst helps. Great goodness, I'm trying to remember what I was trying to say. And you know what? This is like the thing that I used to have since 2020, is that since 2020, I want to put this thing out. And whenever I try to put things out, whenever I want to talk, whenever I want to write, like nothing coming out. I'm just like, I'm a blank canvas. And I'm like, oh, no. What did I can't? Why can't I talk? Right? Why can't I like speak anything? I don't know why the holy mother of my cat is like sitting beside me. And because I take the seat that she used for sleeping. The chair is like where she sleep. Mm, goodness, I can't remember it. So yeah, that's the only thing that I want to share today, which is like a really short catalyst from myself to you. And like, do you want to say something else? I get that you want to say something else. Just like say it fluently. Give me a different picture. I don't get the first picture you gave me. This is interesting. Sometimes when my guides, my spirit team coming into my field and just like making themselves like here in my mind, they sometimes stop the train of my thought and just like make them here. And that takes so much focus out of myself. So I lost the train of my thought. One time I was in my college class and I was doing something. Then I'm like I lost a few seconds of my memory and suddenly I'm like I think I haven't like do attendance. Like when I was in college, the way to do attendance checkup is actually you signing up on a paper. And I think like I forget to do that. And I'm like, hey, can I have the paper back? Because I think I haven't write it. I haven't signed it. My friends look at me weird. I'm like, yes, you did. I don't know. I think I haven't. So I take the paper and then I see, oh yeah, I have done it. Which is like that was the few seconds that I lost. And I just don't remember why I have that. And It's a different kind of experience um from a 2020 because that was literally like I just zoned out. I just like what did I just do? Sometimes like I was feeling pulled back to my spirit team, and I don't know, some conference maybe, whatever it is, and a few seconds is there is actually a few seconds here is actually a few hours there, kind of stuff. But then I don't remember what I have been doing, and I just like, huh? It's like a few seconds is gone, and I don't really remember. And this happens a lot actually when I was a child. I was I remember that I told a lie about this girl actually seeing this ghost. I was just joking with my friends, and like that's how I play jokes, is that I just let some really realistic thing happen that has never been happening. And then I told at the end of it that it was just a joke. But then about this particular joke, why I remember it is because the next couple of days she actually saw the ghost. And I'm like, oh, very interesting. And then it's not that there are no ghosts to the places that I like tell in the jokes. There are ghosts there. I just like jokingly said like this person actually saw it, and I was surprised myself when that information like relayed to me, and I'm like, she really did saw that. I just joking with you guys. I didn't know that you will saw it the way I say it, which is also another strange thing. And what did I say that? I don't know, it linked into how I forget a few seconds. I tell the most realistic jokes. And one time when I was with my friends, there was a chicken that was in the porch of this house that we are in. And I said to my friends, hey, your friends are coming. So he running to the front door, expecting his friends to come. But the only thing that he saw is the chicken. And he said back to me, oh my god, I really thought that they are my friends that was coming. I was like, but that was just chicken. You are such a jerk. And I'm just like, that's how I make fun of people. That's how I do jokes. And that was really funny because the coincidence of how it happened, I don't even know that his friends is about to come. I just like, oh, that's your friend. Because it was actually his one of his house. So I'm just like, your friends is coming. And there are also people who jokingly say something about, like there is a ghost here. And I'm like, and I saw the ghost actually. And like, yeah, I saw it. I'm about to say that. And then I saw the eyes, like they were joking, that kind of eyes. Like I'm just actually joking with you. There's no ghost. And it's like, you don't know what I see. Okay. So I only see that ghost because that ghost is very particular. They are wearing a traditional clothes and they're really pretty. And it's a woman. I don't even know if it's alive or not. I don't know if it has a soul or not. I just know that they are passing the porch that I just talked about when the chicken is coming up. They're walking there, and I'm like, hmm. I was like, am I seeing things, or that thing just appear out of nowhere? That's really interesting. But then I never get to see that ghost anymore because I think like they were traveling, just traveling to somewhere, and I apparently saw them on the road to wherever they want to go. It's really interesting. That is how my life works. I see too many things, and it kept me away from being religious. I think like I try to be religious at some point, but then I understand like that I don't think religion can like contain me in this kind of sense because I understand too much for the things that I unknowingly know, and I get to see that there actually no hell. I try to look for it. I literally did. So I crossed the quantum, see the other dimension, and just like, where is hell? And I look it up, and I'm like, why I don't see hell? I just see realities of people choosing to be in suffering. So if there is no hell, then people just choose suffering for no freaking reason. Why there is such a analogy on earth. People want to believe it. It gets them to be in this balance, but it doesn't get them to own their anomaly, which is like what they are here for. So I let go of that thing. I just like, okay, this is doesn't make sense. Doesn't contain everything that I know. So I just let it go. Whenever I try to ask about the explanation of what I have, it's always something circling back into something like I actually don't freaking know it. I just don't know. So okay, that makes sense because you can't talk things that is not written in the holy book or something. And like that makes sense. I don't try to understand it from the religion perspective. It's just that so many people are so different from one another that I just don't know why they are creating this baseline that was so basic and never get to this high of reality, the highest of reality, which is what I see. So I don't know. It's just weird for me. That cat that you see here, I put this one out for adoption, but then she's crying so hard that she needs to get back home. I put it twice, and I was like, this is the cat that the catalyst for me to stop giving out adoption for my cats because she just cries so much. I kind of hate her for that reason. But she's really bitchy, like whenever you pat her, like at her hips, she will raise it because she is a female, and that's why I said she's a bitch. Like the most bitchy cat I have, that one. Hmm, very interesting stuff. I wonder like if we have other catalysts besides emotion and thought. Because I covered two, which is like, isn't it difficult enough? Is from the emotion you understand that your emotion signing signs you up into something. Okay, this is what you're going to play. Are you going to play this? If you're not, then stop doing whatever you're doing. From the mind is the outcome. Okay, this is the outcome you're going to get. Are you willing to get it more or are you going to stop now? And I wonder like if there is other catalyst that make people change. I do have one catalyst that is that a catalyst? Yeah, that's a catalyst from experience. Is that insistence can become a catalyst because I used to like I have so many I have this I'm agitated because my cat I have this moments where when my friends were being bullied and I was once defended them, and for some reason I start to realize actually no matter how much I defend this person, they won't change. They will still do the things that they are doing because that's just where they are. And I'm like, if that's the case, then if whatever I'm doing is helping them, and when I start to realize that, I stop defending my friends and myself. And then I fall deeper into darkness, which is like this happened when I was like 8 grades. I'm gonna be like ninth, no, 8 grades. And I'm like, I'm seeing this friend getting bullied. And I'm like, no, 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 you're not gonna get bullied. And it does at some point about to get physical. But then I'm there. So I'm like, don't you freaking dare. Because I'm like, I'm small. I'm really small girl compared to my friends. But I'm really feisty. I don't know, fiery. Like I just know where I'm at and I'm so stern with it that nobody out there can like bugging me off. Just like, no, you're not gonna play that. You're not gonna play that in my field, in my eyes, in my awareness. And I'm like, great. And they hate me for it. And then I start to realize, oh, this is actually not gonna change anyone because conflict happens for two people. There are two people at fault when it's conflict. And I just choose to believe whatever is my friends telling me, which is like my fault. And that's why I question, like, is this like for the better, or I'm just I'm just I'm just sillying myself? Because if I'm just trusting whatever is coming up to my belief, like it's aligned with whatever I believe, then that's not truly the reality I want to live in, because then I'm just living in my bubble. So that's why I stop. And that's like the catalyst from your experience, the insistent itself. If it's working, that's great, the insistent. If it's not working, what the hell are you actually trying to do? Who what are the things that you're trying to defend? What are the things that you are amplifying in that situation? So now that we got three, we got the catalyst from the heart, from the mind, from the experience moments. I wonder, like, do we have other things that I personally experienced? Because I'm just telling you from my experience. And I wonder, like, if we can say that as the catalyst. Because I'm really connected to my spirits, like spirit family. So I tend to get this inclination, this impulse to do something that is out of nowhere, something that I haven't done before. And I get to follow that interest with such a dedication because I have that spiritual inclination. Catalyst is something that is working to change your life in such a degree that you will never go back. And I wonder, like, if that can be the thing. I don't think so. I think like it's very plausible that just for me, just like not really a catalyst. It's just like a warning, a caution. I don't know. And on a side note, I actually hate when people say don't know, because you cannot not know your intention. You cannot not know yourself when you are the only person who's going to know you. And if you expect other people to say like, we actually don't know, that doesn't make sense. But the only thing that makes sense when you don't know is that you don't have enough experience to decide whatever that is. But even in that time, you can say like, we haven't know enough to decide that. So essentially, you don't know. It's just like okay to say it, but that's really rare for people. And I myself haven't seen anyone who used that word to be like, okay, we actually haven't done a lot to know. So we refrain to judge anything. We're just gonna let things flow. Just like so rare. Maybe like because I was so masculine that my friends is also the depiction of me. I don't know. And I say it, still say it. My I don't know is that don't ask me anymore, which is like most of you guys do. You probably like, say I don't know, just like to shut people up so they don't ask more questions. That cat that was sleeping on the mat right there has a really weird head. I feel like she is kind of like me in a way because we kind of have the big head. But the way our eyes are built was because our head was so big, it's just that our eyes are accordingly to its size. But hers is really weird. I never seen a cat like her. That's also like one of the catalysts of why I stopped giving adoption because now my cat getting weirder. And I just don't want to have any disabled cat because that's just going to put too much effort on my side. Because I have too many. Just to be aware, it's not that I don't like disabled cats. Sometimes they're cute, but it's too many. And I now I have the most clingiest cat. I used to have male cats, a male cat, which is like the sibling for the Holy Mother, but he's dead because I don't know why he's dead. It's just that he's not eating. Whenever I give him food, he's not eating it. I'm like, I don't know. I think you heard that story. But that is the only male cat I had. And after that, whenever I put out the adoption, it's always the male cat that was getting adopted first, which is like great because I'm not good at taking care of them. So every cat in my house is a female. 8 of them is a female, are female. I wonder like if we have something else you want to say. Let me know if you guys here because I can't see the viewers, how many viewers that are seeing this. Breathe. I think we are going to end it here because I need to go back to sleep and I don't know where you are, what time you're in. I'll see you tomorrow.